You probably haven't seen me guys wear compression socks in my running videos. But believe it or not, I wear compression socks a lot. Especially when I'm training for the marathon. My legs get really tired, of course, from like running all these miles. So putting compression socks on definitely helps a lot. And also when I'm running on the treadmill, I like to wear compressions on because they keep my legs like stable. So it feels a lot more comfortable running on the treadmill. Because of course like my legs, my calf are not moving so much. So yeah, it just feels a lot more comfortable with compressions on. So yeah, I wear compression socks a lot. So that's why when Area Fit reached out to me to test this out, I was very interested because I tried so many compression socks from the past. And it took me a long time to really find the right one for me. Some compressions are just like, like too tight that it's not even giving me that compression. It's just kind of like squeezing my leg. And some of them are like too loose that halfway of my run, they would fall down. So yeah, it took me a long time to really find the right one, which is this one. I've actually been using this for a long time now. But here's the thing guys, they don't make this compression anymore. They discontinued this long time ago. So that's why, one of the reasons why I really want to try this one, because I want to know if this compression actually would work for me or not. So this is the Area Fit compression sock. And my first actual impression taking this out of the box, just just feeling it and like seeing it, this compression is a little too thick for me. And for me, like the thickness of compression is very important because every time I use compressions, I would normally use this for like my long workouts. So if this is too thick for me, of course it's gonna be hot, or it could also like create some problems, like for example like blisters and stuff. So that's why like my thought is like, yeah, I'm not really sure if this is really gonna work for me. But yeah, I said like, yeah, let's just put this on and see how it really feels. So when I put it on, it actually feels very comfortable. Like the fabric of this compression is like really like nice in the skin. And it's also like a lot easier to put this on compared to my original ones. And there's also one thing that I wanna point this out. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like some more structure right here in the bottom. This is actually not cushion, but it like serves like a cushion underfoot. So I think it's actually really nice. And the other thing that was really noticeable is the compression. So this is probably, I would say, the most important part of this sock. So when I put it on, I really felt that this compression has that really nice snug. It's like it's not too tight or too loose. It's just that right compression right there. That if I would describe it, it's like putting your hand in a glove. It's just that right tightness, that it's not too tight and not too loose. It's just that right tightness right there. So now everything of course seems to be working. Of course now the last thing that I need to do is to test this out. So yeah, I really put this to test, doing like all sorts of running that I can think of, like doing like normal runs, longer distances, faster paces, like running on the treadmill, running outside. And then the last thing, which is like I was not even expecting for this to happen, but it also was raining, so I get a chance to try this also like in the rain. And all I can say guys, this compression performs really well. First, let's talk about the compression. Yeah, this compression is like keeping my leg really like stable, especially like my calf. My calf was like really like staying in place all the time, that it doesn't move so much. And the other thing, I actually like tested this like also in like longer distances, faster paces. This compression just stayed where it's at the whole time. Yeah, I did not fall down or whatsoever. So that's why, like I said from the start, that this compression actually has that right snug, like where it's like not too tight or not too loose. Because like I said, it gives me like that really nice stability when I was running, and at the same time it didn't fall down at all. Next, this compression is actually breathable. Like I mentioned from the start that I thought that this compression is like kind of thick, or yeah, it's gonna be like too hot for me. But I tested this compression like a lot on the treadmill, because I know like running on the treadmill gets really hot quickly. Because like, yeah, when you're running on the treadmill, you're definitely in a closed space. It always gets really hot when you run on the treadmill, just in general, because that's what I've experienced so many times. So I tested this on the treadmill so many times, and I don't remember actually feeling real hot in this. Yeah, it felt like good and comfortable for me. And then after each of my run, I touched it, and this compression is completely dry. And then lastly, I would say that this compression overall is very, very comfortable. I spent a lot of time testing this, all sorts of running, and I don't remember having any issues. Like every time I run, I was really able to focus on my run. And to be honest with you guys, like in the middle of my testing, I started like doing some workouts because this compression just feels really comfortable. And also, last thing that I want to mention, like I said earlier, that I went out for a run, and that time it was raining. So yeah, after my run, I came back. My shirt was like really wet from the rain, and my shorts as well. But this one was completely dry. So yeah, I think that's like a really nice feature of this sock, because yeah, my other compression is actually like not dry weak. Like after I run on the treadmill for a long time, it actually sometimes get really like wet. It's like soak in sweat. So to be honest with you guys, the more that I use this, the more that I'm actually liking this compared to my original compressions. And I can't believe I'm actually saying that, because I really like this compression. This is definitely my favorite compression. But this compression is just giving me more than my other compressions, especially when it comes to comfort. So yeah, I would say that this compression right here, I think I would say that this compression is like, you know, specifically for like training, because yeah, this compression of course give me like that really like good like compression, and it's also like very thin. So yeah, I would say like this compression right here is like just really good for like training specifically. This one, this Aerofit compression, is good for training and at the same time for recovery as well. Because actually the first time I put this on, I wasn't really able to run right away. So I would say that I was just probably wearing this for a good 4 hours. By the time that I actually did my run, like my legs felt good. So I think this compression actually like kept my legs fresh the whole time I was waiting for my run. So yeah, that's why I'm saying like this compression right here is not only good for training, but you can also use this for recovery as well. So if you guys are, you know, interested in testing some compression socks and still not sure which one to pick, like test this one out. I can guarantee you guys, you will not be disappointed, because this compression, of course, first of all, has that really like nice snug, that it's not too tight or too loose. It's like just giving you that right snug, which is, for me, it's actually like very hard to find right now. And second, this compression is also breathable, and it's the fabric is like really nice in the skin, and just the overall feel of this is like very comfortable. So this is all for today, guys. Thank you again so much for being here today. I'll see you guys in the next vlog.